Hi everyone, welcome to another Sunday Smiles. My name is Ibtihal Badawi. I'm expressionist artist. I use my art to express how I feel, and I'm a culture explorer. I like to learn about different culture, and I use my art to bring people together, and that's why I create Sunday Smile. And today we have a special guest. Today is my friend Dotty. Hi Dotty,
Hi,
how are you?
I'm great. It's such a pleasure to collaborate with you, to be with you. I support you, Abdul, and I'm so excited to be here.
Thank you so much. I'm so excited for you to join us today. Tell us more about you and about your journey, what you're doing.
Okay, yes. So I grew up in Colorado and I've traveled a little bit. I've traveled. I was going to school in Mexico. I did my massage schooling in Southern California, Desert Hot Springs, and we had an amazing school there with different teachers. And yeah, and later I moved to Switzerland, and so parts of my journey, I'm sure we'll tap into, but a little bit of the weight loss I'm excited to share, and also the opportunities for wellness for me, for you, and for anybody that you are touching. Your life is touching other people, and so I'm excited to tap into these things today.
Thank you. We're excited to learn more about your journey. So tell us, how long you're living in Switzerland now?
Yes, I am living since 2006, and it's quite a long time. And now, so I have, I'm sure you can all understand me when I speak English, um, but a few people have said my tone, like the tone structure of my voice and how I speak, is like Europeanized. So because I do speak a lot of German and I understand Swiss German very well, so it's really funny. And I'm sure that would happen to anybody. Like if you were in the French part, you would start feeling a little French, or no matter where you are. So it's exciting, and I love languages. I'm not so much of a math type person, at least yet, not yet, let's say. So languages came very well for me. So I'm enjoying the German language, although it was quite unexpected. But I love languages, so it's really nice.
Melissa
Yeah.
also loved learning different languages too. She shared that love with you too.
That's
So
awesome.
so what about the wellness? Can you tell us
Mhm.
more about your journey there?
Okay, so I was back when I was about 16, I was diagnosed as pre-diabetic, and the doctor told me, you really need to do something right away because this is a dangerous thing. You don't want this to get out of hand. And he suggested that I was walking 5 miles, which was a bit boring for me, just walking. But I surrounded myself with good people and started getting in the journey more and more. And I've shared some of my pictures on Mila Star 22 on my Instagram page, my before and after pictures. And it's been a journey, and I love this journey, and it couldn't be any better, and it's not even finished yet. And what I would like to say is that um, I learned so much even now. And one thing I'm really excited about is the detoxification process, because when you use greens or ginger or lemons and just different things that will really clear your mind, it affects everything. And so you have more energy, and you can just tweak things. You can really do things you love. Maybe you love yoga or stretching, or maybe you prefer working out and using weights. But with your fitness, like with my fitness journey, I sometimes do one exercise and then you can shock the body and you can do something else. So it's good to really tap into creativity. I love to do this, and I play with it. So you're not in a fest module of I have to do only this exercise, but really being open and trying different therapies and different ways of eating. And so it's a really, really fun journey. And I will I have a contact, one of my contacts, Luca, a shout out to Luca, because he rented a beautiful place to me where I can meet people as well for short consultations. And so if anybody is in Zurich, you can contact me anytime. I know we're just going a little bit into my journey, but it's really wonderful to tap into these things, because you can, like this, the one oil has lavender, and lavender is so soothing for at nighttime. So this is one thing I wanted to also mention. We're talking about, I need to like just recharge myself and get so much energy. And yes, this is part of the journey, and also part of the journey is really having that deep sleep or that deep relaxation. And so that's another part that can be equally valued. So
That's so true. Yes,
yes.
absolutely. So how did you build this habit? Because before you didn't have the habit of, like exercising, and it's not very easy to build a new habit. How did you do it in the beginning? In the beginning of your journey, how did you
Okay.
like have, the consistency, because sometimes when we start something, we don't have the consistency to keep on going every day. How did you do that?
Okay. Yes. So at the beginning, I feel my parents did encourage me to dive in and, like go with them on hikes or do things like this. And I did a few 5K 5-kilometer races.
Wow.
And this type of thing, but it was difficult. Yeah, to answer your question, it was difficult at the beginning, because you're just you're like out of breath, and you might not be. I was not always excited. So I think it's just really, for me, it was difficult at the beginning, and also because I had more weight. And so I think for me, I just kept at it, and I was persistent. And also later I was moving to Switzerland and got in contact with other people or tried. I'm trying to give you a good answer, what really made sense for me. But I think also seeing other people that are passionate about this,
Of
and
course.
yeah, and
It
so
encourage you, like you surround yourself with
yeah.
with people,
Mm-hmm.
that motivate you, that we all go together, like when you see when you want to give up and you see your friends, no, let's
Mm-hmm.
do this, let's do this, so they encourage you to keep on going.
Yes, thank you. And I think just if I feel like I'm getting stuck, then maybe join a different group, or go in a different part of the city that I've never been to, or go to the lake. And I was at the lake the other day, and I saw like there were a running group, and they were all running. And and it's like, whoa, and it's so maybe, yeah, for me, just staying creative and staying open and staying with people who are like-minded in their either fitness or their eating journey. So yeah, definitely.
That's so beautiful. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you.
Yes.
And also like the product that you use, it helped you too with your like in boosting you with energy. Like
Can you say this question again? This last question.
like you're using different products, like you mentioned the lavender oil, like to give you soothing sleeping. So you use different product also to energize. Can you mention the product that you're using that's like help you to energize and help your body more, to give you more?
Okay, yes. So I've shared this product with so many people, and I don't have it on my website yet. I'm getting there. The stories that I've accumulated till this point, though, one lady, she was able to sleep amazing. Another man I have spoken with, his stomach calmed down immediately. There's so many good side effects, and it's what one product is turmeric, the other one is ashwagandha, and this is a real adaptogen herb, and it's completely natural, and I love it. I absolutely love it. One company is Dr. Axe, and another company is a girl in Switzerland that I will have to get you the name of this girl. She's in Switzerland, and she does a formula with the ashwagandha that you can take actually at nighttime, which will kind of burn your fat while you sleep. Woohoo! That's nice. So just take it and take your water and go to sleep, and it's working for you while you're sleeping. So yeah, and I will get you the information about this girl in case anybody is interested.
Yes.
And
what about so but people need to ask their doctors in case if this medication it worked with them or not, right?
Okay, I can tell you, a couple of stories. Let me just say this much. A couple of stories about your normal medical doctor scenario. So I used to go, I want to say, I understand you, and so Bona, I see you, I understand you. I mean, if you're attached at the moment, with your doctor situation, I totally respect that. I mean, I can tell you personally, I used to go to my regular doctor, and I had some headaches, and then he gave me like some headache medication, and then I was like, oh, that's going to give me acid problems in my stomach. Then he gave me another medication for that, and it was disgusting, like some kotzen to throw up. It was disgusting how I was feeling, and I just quit all of this. What I would say is it depends how far a person is in their medications. If they've taken these medications for over 20 years, then of course they're attached to that with their regular doctor, right? And so then there would definitely be some chance to discuss that with your doctor. And I wouldn't just recommend something just out of the blue and we don't talk about it. So that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that when you take a little bit of time, that's why I can go in depthly when somebody would like to speak with me directly. But when you take a little bit of time to educate yourself and say, well, are there other ways for me to get more energy or sleep well, or am I always getting a sore throat in the winter time, or whatever the situation might be? So would there be other ways that I could educate myself, and then I can reduce the medication that I'm taking from my doctor? And so I can slowly become my own boss, because right now what you're saying, and I respect this completely, Ebtal, is that some people are so attached to their doctor that they can't, you can't be your own doctor because you do everything he says, you know? And so it's all about the person. What do you want? Do you want that?
Yes.
And I feel better because I don't have to go to the doctor. You know, I don't even have to go. So it's really a case by case situation.
Yes,
And
absolutely. It's like case by case,
so,
because you know, some people like have like complication in their health, so they need like a professional doctor to, you know, suggest what kind of medication they take, because like, you know, they have it for years. So yes, I agree with you. It's case to case. It's case to case.
Yes. And the sooner the better, you know. And also I've seen women like in their 50s climb a mountain. It's like, it's never too late. Hope. Like if you're still kicking and breathing, you know, let's say, you know, 100% is possible. I would just say, for healthier people, I'm the like your go-to person, because I can tweak you so quickly into a massage routine or a wellness routine. And for the ones that are, like you say, maybe longer in you know, taking medications, I might not be the right person, but I wouldn't say I'm not. I'm just saying there might be more conversations to get to that point, you know, where you're healthy. So
thank you so much. Thank you, Dotty. Thank you so much. So anyone have questions?
Yes.
I do have one, but I have to say I need to disagree with you about something, because something that you said is actually dangerous. Because the types of things you're speaking of, I believe very much that they help, and they can help a lot of people, but they don't fix a lot of underlying medical conditions. And I don't think that was stated clearly enough in this conversation. If you have a heart murmur or a failing liver or lung cancer, this isn't going to be something you can just say, oh, I'm going to stop going to that doctor and do this instead. So you really, depending on your own situation, you really do need to consult your medical professional, because stopping your current treatment could kill you. And it's nothing against using oils and other elements, but just being
okay, Melissa, I'm sorry if I didn't clarify, but that's totally fine what you say. I get that. Yeah.
Well, it needs to be said too, because if you want to share this with other people at the hall, you get in legal trouble if you tell people.
I say that's in case.
Yeah, just don't want to get anybody in trouble, because there's a lot of value in what you're talking about. But I had a question too, because some of the things that I noticed, because I have tried some of the things that you're talking about, and I find that not all of them have an effect. Like a lot of people swear by lavender. Lavender is great for relaxing. It's almost universally accepted. Doesn't do anything for me. So do you find that in the, you know, my head, population N equals 1, you know, there's nothing that you can say that will, you know, definitely work for everybody. But I'm just curious in what you've been doing in your path or working with other people, have you found that there's a good variation in things and how they work, or what has your experience been in that?
Okay. And Melissa, can you share with me a little bit? Are you saying, what have you tried for relaxation for yourself personally? Or could you just share a little bit so I can key my answer a little bit more specifically?
Okay. And they haven't all been specifically for relaxation, because I've tried lavender, and you know, and when you travel and things, there's always, you know, lavender this before you sleep, because you're sleeping in a strange place, and it doesn't affect me one way or the other. It doesn't upset me, but it doesn't particularly relax. Are you getting an echo off of me? Is that why you're putting your headphone in?
No, I'm just
sometimes my other speakers.
No, I just want to have a better connection. Go ahead. Yes.
And I'm finding I'm fond of apple cider vinegar. That helps a lot. Ashwagandha also hasn't done a lot for me.
Okay.
Doesn't seem to do one way or the other, but I'm not also not a super high stress person. There have just been periods where sleep has not been great.
Okay.
It hasn't really seemed to
Yeah.
have the-
Thank you. And I totally, again, I want to make this clear so you're all, everyone's in agreement. I don't prescribe. This is an invitation to discuss and share openly what worked and what didn't work for me and for you, and to open channels of discussion. Is that okay for everyone? Okay. And Melissa, what I would say, I mean, absolutely, there can be a population where lavender doesn't even do anything, or you might not even like the smell of it, you know, or whatever. And so I think then I would look into other ways, you know. Are you trying to sleep better? You know, is there maybe an Epsom salt, you know, magnesium salt, or there could be many other ways. It doesn't have to be just that, just that one remedy. Because it could work here, because this is a completely accurate scenario. It could work for maybe 65%, or maybe there's a certain percentage of the population that use something else, you know, and like different foods also have high magnesium, which is relaxing the body, or so there's other ways. Yeah. Does that answer your question for a good person?
Yes, yes, it does. I was just curious to see if it was just me or if that's something that's generally seen in the industry.
I think there is a couple of people, they didn't like the smell of lavender, you know. For me, I like it. It worked for me, but I know a couple of people that they don't like it. So these things is just, you know, varies from one person to other.
And it's not even a dislike because I love the way it smells, but it just doesn't have that effect. It's funny. And that was why I asked, because it seems strange, you know, if you're adverse to it or you're allergic to it. But I like it, but it just doesn't do that.
Yeah, and then I would just go and try other things that you
Dotty, I think when you put your headphone, it's really far, right? I barely can hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, now is better, yes.
Okay, I got the volume up. Okay, all right. Yeah.
So it varies, like, you know, but you know, every person have their own medical history, and they need to follow up with their doctor, because, you know, some people have, you know, some medical issues that it's severe, and it's like chronic, and it's for many years, so they cannot just quit their medicine without talking to your doctor. So yes, just to make that clear again. So yes, but you know, herbs, it's really good, like natural things. It's like good for the body to, you know, and boost with energy and exercise. So so do you hike every day, Dotty, or what kind of exercise do you do?
Yes, this is varying. 1 second. I heard an echo. I hope it's
No, I can hear you clear.
okay. Okay. Yes. I like using a combination of something that's very relaxing. So sometimes just taking a gentle walk, and it's just focusing on the breathing. So it's really depending on the purpose of what I want to create, or it could be something intensive. I don't like jogging very much. It's depending on the object of, and that I'm like over 30 years old. I really love to keep the muscle tone, so I do some kind of a push-ups, a light routine on this, and just playing with it, being creative.
How many pounds you lost?
About 15. No, sorry, about 20, 15 to 20. Well, I'm gonna say
from the beginning, your journey.
Mm-hmm.
How many?
Yeah, it's about 20 pounds. Yeah.
20 pounds. And how
Yes.
did you how did you lose it? Like by maintaining your food, by exercising, by combining both of them?
Mhm. It's really like I was sharing with some of our other group members in the other coaching group. It was really in different parts of my journey as a person and also as a mother. So actually having two children and two babies, I was actually then getting more health conscious. So funny to say this, I was getting fitter after having children, which is sometimes the case that after you have a child, you get heavier. And
Yeah.
in my case, it was the opposite. So it was in spurts of my journey. Yeah.
So you use like you maintain your food, your like healthy habits by eating good, healthy food and also exercising, and that's how you lost all this pounds.
Yes, and just I think everyone has in their journey times where I'm not a strict person that says don't ever eat, a bag of potato chips or something like this. So everybody has their cravings.
Mm,
And I'm just saying slowly, by eating in healthier ways and like maybe learning how to use chia or making like a chia pudding and just learning new things and incorporating that into my diet, this has supported me. So it's really a lifestyle. It's not a diet that I have to be on. It's something that you train. Like I love the taste of fresh organic blueberries. We have a lot of these in
mm.
Switzerland and they taste delicious. And after you're eating this, you feel amazing. And so finding things that I really love. Um, yeah, I'm just curious, Melissa, does that speak to you? Does that resonate with you at all as far as the eating part, finding things that you love to eat?
Oh, yeah, yes, it does. And actually, that was going to be my next question. As
Good.
a
You
multi-
read your
I always
mind.
have lots of questions.
Yes.
Because you mentioned something quickly. Now you've mentioned blueberries again. Just curious, are there things that we can and maybe should work into our diets for certain effects? As you mentioned in the previous answer about that there were foods high in magnesium that are also good for relaxing, or like you mentioned the blueberries. I know those are antioxidants and other things, but are there things that people in our eating out fast food, I'm going to call it pre-pandemic because I know a lot of people during the pandemic have been doing all their cooking at home, but as that culture comes back to us, are there things that we could make sure that we eat that would give us what we need?
Mm-hmm. Okay. I love that. And I would like say tailor it to what you love. Like, are you a person that really loves vegetables? Do you like more salty foods? Then you could be eating seaweed, or do you love really, sweet, fresh foods? Then I would say like the watermelon and the blueberries and like a ginger orange drink or something, consistently. So it's depending on, I think, what you love, and then you can make, well, what is the healthy alternative of of a hamburger or something. I mean, it's like, and what could I replace that with something a little bit more healthier? And like, I mean, definitely the bananas, the different fruits, the magnesium, omega-3 is really healthy. You can get like in your what is it, Whole Foods market? What big market do you have where you are located?
And we have
Is it
Whole Foods, Giant Eagle, we have a lot of it.
Oh, so that's like one that, oh my God, like if you come to Switzerland, you'll be like shocked. Our stores are so tiny, but we have the same ingredients, but they're so tiny. Whole Foods, it's like freaking huge, but I used to love to shop there, so I know this name. I lost my train of thought about shopping there. what did I want to say? Oh God.
Talking about bananas, fruits, depending on you, what you like.
Like you
Mhm.
exchange something that's unhealthy with something similar that's healthy. Like for example, we used to eat like white rice, and now we
Mhm.
exchange that with the cauliflower rice.
Mhm.
So it's like also for spaghetti, like we exchange that with veggie spaghetti. With
Mhm.
like like things like we can exchange it with other healthier things that's similar to it.
Mhm.
And but when I have a curving, I just go and eat it. Like if I want to eat regular spaghetti, I can eat
Mhm.
it. But just
Okay.
in the long term, exchange the things that we like with something similar.
I
That's
love that. I
oh
love
yes,
that.
like
Mhm.
like building healthier habits. Like
Mhm.
for French
Yeah.
fries, instead of like frying the French fries, you can just put it in bake it in the oven. It's
Mhm.
healthier when you bake it instead of fry it. So these little things,
Mhm.
long term, it help your body, right?
I love that. And that's something I can honestly testify. Like if I'm eating it, because I've done this before as an experiment, eating some junk food or just going to McDonald's and eating some of the French fries. And if I do this for 2 days without any fresh food, some kind of something fresh and raw, my energy does go down. Like your energy starts to go down and you're like, I need something different, and like Eptihal was saying, if you take your potatoes and a little bit of salt, olive oil, pepper, and that's it, and it's half the calories than your deep fried French fries, and way better for you in the long term. I do want to bring out one thing that's very interesting for any of you, if any of you are familiar with it. Um, if a person, if I'm willing to omit certain things, for example, the diet drinks that you find all over the place, this I find can be also an advantage. So buying healthier drinks. So what I'm talking about is the aspartame and the sucralose in high doses. I've heard of studies. You can also study this yourself and see what you find, but that the diet cokes and the diet sodas are harmful for your intestinal walls, you see. So finding drinks that are without sugar, or making some drinks that are healthy that still make you happy, that are without these artificial sweeteners. So that's just one thing I wanted to add as well.
Thank you so much. I quit. I didn't. When is the last time I drank Coke or Pepsi? I think maybe 20 years or 18 years. Like I quit it. Like I don't drink it anymore. And
Mhm.
and I find I wasn't attached to it before, but now I don't drink it anymore because
Mhm.
it's not good for my body. But it just building the healthy habits, it takes time, but just consistency, it's
Mhm.
it's the
I love that. I love that, Eptihal, and consistency. Just like if you're going for a degree in teaching or whatever, or like you, Eptihal, you have your 4-year degree or your master's degree. What was it?
yes, and industrial hygiene. Yes.
Okay, congratulations. But I mean, it's not overnight, and you wouldn't want it to be. It is about the journey. And this is the funny thing I find with modern day society. When we're sick, we're like, bang, doctor, heal me. Can you get me ready? Can you get me healed in 2 days? We want it right away. And
Mm.
sometimes those drugs might work temporarily, but then maybe later, you're going to have liver damage from these drugs. Like, let's be honest, or maybe the antibiotics are not going to work anymore. But all I'm saying is, like, if when somebody really wants it and they're willing to put in the work, after a week time of getting on let's say, let's talk about these organic blueberries or whatever as an example, you start to feel amazing. And then you're like, well, maybe I'll try it for 2 weeks and then 3 weeks. And then reach out to somebody you can trust and go on this journey, and then just dive deeper and deeper. Does that resonate with you a little bit, Melissa? Just being consistent with it and going further.
They say it took like 21 days to build a new habit. So you know, it's in the beginning, it's hard, it's not easy. Like I built a new habit to drink a gallon of water every day, and it was so hard. I try it over and over, like this challenge called 75 hard. Like you need to maintain it every day, and if you miss a day, you need to repeat it. I repeated 5 times, but now I am doing it, and today is my day 43. Drinking a gallon of water every single day. So it's not easy to build a new habit. It takes time, and you know, sometimes you want to quit, sometimes you don't want it, but you know, just having that image that you want to be more healthy for you know, to maintain more energy, to have more energy, to have more balance. And
that things that you want to do in your life, whatever is meaningful to you.
Yes,
right?
that's
It's all about that. It's all about your goals and the people you love and care about in your life. It's all about that.
Yes, but it's not very easy to maintain and build a new habit. It takes time. It takes time.
Yeah, thank you. Amazing.
Hi, this is Faith.
Hi, Faith.
I'm on the phone.
Hi. So exciting. Thank you for joining.
Do you have any questions? I know you have different kind of diet and you try different things. Do you have any question for Dotty?
I hope you can hear me okay, because I'm in the store.
Yes, we do.
No, I just wanted to say I love all the stuff you all are talking about, like the potatoes that you were talking about, the salt and pepper and the olive oil. I've had those. Oh my gosh, they're so delicious, so much better than French fries. The whole thing with diet soda. I've also read a lot of research that it starts to break down your bones because of the chemical. There's a couple things inside inside sodas in general, and then diet sodas. How all those additives that take the place of sugar, they're very toxic. And there's been a lot of research also on that, showing different complications from continually taking them. One of them is my brother. So I've seen it in, you know, the different things that start to happen in the body because your immune system is being broken down. So this is so good about learning. In America, we're so used to, you know, pharmaceuticals, and not saying some of us need them. Absolutely. I totally agree with whoever was talking about, you know, if you have heart situations and stuff. Yes, and we do. However, as we're taking them, we can begin to build. I love about building our immune system with the natural things. And I've noticed, because I do have worked with older people, and I could see the difference between the people that are eating healthy and exercising and drinking lots of water. There's a 70 or 75-year-old or 80-year-old that their difference looks like 30 years difference, and they're the same age. And we don't notice it until we start getting over 50, then 60, and things start kicking in. And the other thing I wanted to say, because I've been listening all this time, but I haven't been able to say anything. The other thing is that, and it's the last thing I'll say, because I know I'm talking a lot. With the medications, I've seen them on TV, and they'll say all the medication, la, 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 and then they'll say all the side effects. I'm thinking, oh my gosh, those side effects, some of them are worse than the situation I have right now. Like, wait a minute, there's got to be something alternative that there is around. Like when I go to the doctor, get my physicals, I find out what's wrong, what is going on. Okay, how can I fix this or strengthen my immune system so I can beat this thing without a drug, or wean off of a drug so I'm better. So, gosh, this is so powerful. I love this conversation, and thank you so much for letting me share, everybody.
You're so welcome, Faith. I'm so glad you come and join us.
Thank you. Yes, thank you so much. Any words? We're so happy to hear it.
Yeah, and Faith, you said something really interesting, because I'm very happy. I finally have a doctor who, if there is something needed, I'm able to say, okay, that's your medicine alternative. What else can I do? And he knows
Yes.
that I'm going to push for the what else, because there's always a what else. That like Dotty said earlier, the medicine might be a quick, if temporary fix, but what else? And there's always something else you can do. And they do know it. They just don't normally say it unless you ask for it. So
Like, for
Right.
example, for a cold, when you have a cold, some people immediately they take antibiotic. They don't, take, drink some lemon, make some vegetable soup. They go to the fast way to heal, and the body need to take a time for this to get rid of it. And if you take antibiotic all the time, then what happened to your immune system, right?
yeah, they stop working. And I think we've programmed this into our society, this in the US anyhow, that everybody wants the quick fix. And that is why pharmaceuticals have the power that they do, because they are the quick fix, but then the quick fix needs another fix, which requires another fix that requires another fix. So but we are also the people who clamor for make it better now. And Dottie
Yes.
said it earlier, that's just not that's not how the body works. So
Absolutely, yes. Thank you guys so much for joining us today. Thank you, Dottie, for this amazing conversation. Thank you, Melissa and Faith. So, guys, get your paper. Let's do some art exercise, some breathing.
Okay.
And,
All right.
Dottie, before we start doing the art exercise, can you please share, your social media? How can people reach out to you?
Yes, you can reach out to me, milanshine@gmail.com. Also, Facebook is Dorothy, and last name is ERNE. And I'm happy to connect with any of you and share a little bit more. And it's a real pleasure to be here with you today.
Thank you. The pleasure is mine. Thank you so much. So, get your paper, guys. Everyone who is not opening their camera, get your paper so we can do some relaxing art exercise today. So first, let's take a couple of three deep breaths. Inhale and hold it for 4 seconds, and then exhale. I want you to keep your eyes closed. And I want you to imagine, as little kids, we have like a safety blanket, like a teddy bear we hold all the time to keep us safe. So I want you to imagine, what's that safe place for you now? Is it like walking on the beach? Is it like journaling? Is it drinking your favorite cup of tea? Is it talking to your best friend about your day? What's that safe space is for you? What does it look like? What does it smell? What color is it? Can you touch it? Can you feel it? How does it look like? Take a deep breath. Inhale. And exhale. Now I want you to draw that space, that safe place for you. What does it look like? So what do you have, Melissa? Dotty, do you have anything to share?
Oh yes, I do. I will post it, or no, I will show it. And also before we leave this call, I wanted to say so many beautiful, we have Galaxy Note here and Bukhra. I would love to see you show your cameras if you want to, so we can see everyone here. And I'll show you what I have.
I love it. Palm trees. That's beautiful.
Okay.
I have a tree too. Like my safe space is nature. So I love like go in walks in nature and under tree. So what about you, Melissa?
I have a chair that I sit in with the cats that happens to be in front of 3 windows. I didn't get to draw the third one yet. That is also full of trees and nature things outside the windows.
So all of us like have trees. So I guess nature is a very safe space for someone, you know, to go there and relax and gain more energy and feel better, right? So thank you guys for joining us. You can share your pictures with me so I can share it on Sunday Smiles. And join us on another Sunday Smile. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Dotty, for joining us. And I hope you have a great Sunday. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye, everybody. Thank you, Dottie. Thank you, Ebtihal. Beautiful.
Bye.
Awesome.
Bye. Love you.
Love
Bye.
you guys.
Love you.